This video right here might be a little lengthy. I usually don't. I usually set it up a little bit more where it kind of shorten it down. But what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna shorten this one down. It's just gonna be done in the shop like we normally do it, and it may take a little while. So if you want to shorten it down, what you can do is you can just speed it up yourself. Uh, this is what we normally get in here, something like this. I'll move the camera over here where you can kind of see it. But this is this come out of a school. It's like a service truck for the school, and you can look and tell they really didn't take no care of it at all, and it's ate up pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is make this video basically as live as uh as as it can get without speeding it up or cutting it up or anything like that. So but anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'll show you how to straighten out some of this stuff where it's shrank. A lot of times people don't realize whenever you sweat on this vinyl right here, it will actually shrink it up, and that right there has shrank. My camera ain't great. It looks pretty good right here, but it's really not a great camera. I mean, that's my fault. But I'm gonna show you some steps of how to do this right here, how I take it apart, how to fix the phone. It's already 3 o'clock in the day, so I'm gonna see if I can't. I'm gonna see if I can't finish this thing up. It'll be real time on how long it takes to do it, how long it's gonna take to get it done, and I did change the table, and this right here is some closed cell pads so it won't scratch a hole through it. But always remember, it's always good to keep a sharp knife, because down in these cracks right here, it's always a bunch of dirt. And it's always a bunch of dirt. I know you're trying to learn, and it's really good to have somebody that's knowledgeable to teach you, because when I started, I had to learn everything on my own. You can take and mark it. I really don't have to mark it that often, but you can mark it like this right here to keep up with it. And if you're learning, it's probably going to be a pretty good idea to mark it. So I'm going all the way around the seat. And I want y'all to see pretty much what I'm doing. So I'm just going to move the camera around here like that's right here, so you can see. Just mark around the edge of the seat, just like this right here. I don't know if you know, a lot of people may not know, but this seat right here, this side right here, the patterns on this side right here is the opposites what's on this side. Just like this and this, they're opposites. This right here might be a little narrower, and that one right there is a little bit wider, but on a rule, they are normally the same. So I'm gonna take it apart and show you that. Maybe that thing's in focus. Okay. I'm gonna take it apart and show you that Alright, I just marked it right. I'm marking it right there kind of for y'all, where y'all know to mark it. Alright. I usually take this seat apart while it's on the seat, like this right here. I don't, sometimes I'll take it apart off, but 99% of the time I'm gonna take it apart while it's on the seat because the seat helps me hold it. The foam that's on it kind of helps me hold it down. So I'll take it apart like this right here, and just run your knife blade down in the center. Sometimes if your knife is too sharp, it will cut where you don't want it to. But alright. If you look right here, you can see it's just got a bolt down here, a bolt right here, one right here, one right here, and the bottom looks like it basically is gonna come off. You're probably gonna need a spade tool. Keep one of those pretty handy. Looks like they're a little bit on the tight side. That's the reason I got this bigger wrench right here. I should have walked over there and got a deep well, but I just didn't feel like walking over there and getting it, so I did it the wrong way. Alright, so there's the seat bottom, it's off. Hey, Joyce. Hey, Rachel. All right, these seats right here, on this particular seat, which is a Ford, maybe a 2007, it's got these little clips, so you'll have to pull those out. I ain't got to be too careful with it because they sure wasn't. It's slap full of dirt. All right, I got to get a cutter and cut them rings out. I've been gonna start on this all day, but so many people has drove up, and I've been halfway sick. You just take and cut them hog rings out. The Chevrolets, they done started putting these plastic clips in there, and it's a pain, and they don't hold up and they break just from sitting on it. All right, so that's how much of it's left. You see it ain't a whole bunch, but I'll take and blow this right here out. All right, I'll take and blow this out like this. In an upholstery shop, it's like you can fill your potholes up in the yard, because I'm telling you, there's enough dirt in these interiors to just fill a bucket up sometimes. The frame still looks like it's in pretty good shape. Must have been somebody heavy, because these right here are bent. But the seat foam is still in salvageable condition. See, it ain't too bad. It's just got a hole almost through right here. See? So we'll do that foam right there last. Sometimes I do it first, but this time I'm gonna do it last. All right, I did look around, and I found the I had the stock. It is the original material for it. All right, so I usually keep a broom close by, but because there's so much dirt everywhere, and you want to keep all the dirt kind of swept away because you don't want it near your sewing machine. If you ever want your sewing machine to start skipping and giving a whole bunch of trouble, sew up a tarp or something like that, a trampoline mat or something like that without washing it. You'll be having to say, man, why is it skipping? Why am I jumping skipping? And there you go, you'll find out that dirt caused it. Alright, so there's the material. You can look at it and see it is. It's pretty much, that's it anyway. You might not can tell, but it's real close. And I'm sure that's the color that it used to be, but after sweating on it for so many years, it turns. So there you go. It'll shrink it up. It'll do a whole bunch of stuff to it. So I don't think they want that backrest right there fixed. Maybe a piece on it, but I'm not gonna have to have a real big piece of this. I got all my scissors in a pile. I should have sharpened them a while ago. But if you're gonna, you'll want to measure this right here and find out which way that the lines are in this. So I can go ahead and say that's, I'm gonna say about 14, 13 and a half. So I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. 13 and a half by 18. So I'm just gonna come right here and I'm gonna mark it. Just say 13 and a half right here. I'm gonna go up to 18 right there. I can look at it across there and tell. If you're not sure, you can get you like a framing square or something like that. And I do use a framing square a lot. So that's my piece right there for the bottom. I'm not gonna like show you in step by step by step every little old bitty hoop. That I'm just showing you the way that I do it. You have to be kind of fast to make any money. You don't want to spend it all day long on it. And it's good to keep up with all your angles and all your the way that you got to do it to put it together. It's good to do that. Hold on just 1 second. You gotta stop for your customers. I mean, I can't do it at night, so. All right, we're gonna take these pieces right here on apart. Most of the hold downs in the seat are wore slap out anyway. So I'm just gonna cut them apart. I ain't taking a whole bunch of time with cutting them apart, making them just right, but I if they're salvageable, a lot of times you can reuse them. I don't know if I'm dead in the camera where you can get a good picture, but anyway, I'm gonna show you what a hold down is. The hog ring, and it holds the seat in place so it ain't all over the seat whenever you're sitting on it. That's it. You put your hog rings in here, boom, boom, and it holds the seat in place. Like I said, this is like the real deal. Is I ain't speeded the camera up, and this is how long it actually will take you to do it. See how the bottom of that seat goes around here? You might want to mark that. Yeah, I guess I think that these people right here didn't have no skin in the game, so they probably didn't take care of these seats right here at all. You can mark that right there. You can see right there where that went. This part right here on a Ford, if you don't keep up with it, it might throw you for a loop on making these parts right here. Because you see how that goes around? It goes over the edge of the seat. And I don't know why they made it like that. See? It didn't make no sense the way they done that. Alright, and you see all these patterns right here are 8 up. Just like that. You know that goes in the center. That's got to line up for the center. Like I told you, you'll wind up sharpening that knife a lot because so much dirt's in it. You always need more than one hand, it seems like, holding this stuff. Alright, so there's my bottom right there. Boom. That's out. This is the driver's side, the closest to the door right here on the left side of the seat when you're sitting in it. That's where the most of the sliding in and out goes. if you can't remember how it goes and you need some help, you might want to take your phone out and take a picture of it. But all this does have to be took apart, and it takes time to do it. Somebody called me the other day and was wondering how to do these stretch patterns. How do you do them, and how do you make them fit just right? Well, this is the video. I'll show you how to do that. That's what I call a layover or a half French, where you fold it down, so just half of it, instead of trying to bust a seam. Yeah, I think the seam is a lot stronger than a French seam. So there we go. We got that much of it right there apart. I'm telling you, it's just like dragging your knife across a brick or something and dulling it. Whenever you're doing these seats like this, because it's got so much grip. It ain't because they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. When you see it looking like this, they ain't got time to stop. They either don't know where an upholstery shop is, or they can't turn it loose. And that's the reason that they come in here looking like this. Just like that. You know, you can sit there and pick threads out all day long. I got to match to this piece. Fortunately, I just happen to have it. I keep a bunch of stuff like this around. And here it is, right here. That's the match to it. had to get some water. Even these pieces like this, sometimes I save them because you might can get a little piece out of there. I don't know about this one, but you might can get a piece out of it. All right. This is the passenger side right here. You see how stretched up that is? Let me move you where you can see, maybe. All right. You see this? You see how it's all stretched up? It's warped up. Like that. All right. We got it on the material right here. Let's see. All right. You see this right here is warped right in here. It goes in like this right here. Well, see, we know that's not that way. We know that was a straight line on this seat right here. See? It's got a straight line on the seat. So what happened is all them years with that thing being tore loose, it just got all out of shape. So this is what I'm going to show you how to straighten it up. And figure that out. There's my straight line right here. Just like that. You pull that down just like that right there. Because I got one hand, I put a weight on it. Right, just like that. Right here's missing. I may have to go back and trim this right here. I ain't saying that ain't possible, that I might have to go back and trim it. But I won't have to trim it much. A lot of times if you got a good side, you can flip it. But that side right here is not the same as this side on this bottom. Okay. So there's that piece. This piece right here, you see how it's bowed right here? I don't know if you see that or not. Hold on. Alright, it's bowed right here. You take and you push some relief cuts in it and make it lay back down. But still, that piece right there might be shrunk in. So I'm going to leave it just a little bit long. we got all these marks all over it, so I might put a few dots on it. That's the way you can transfer them just like that. Alright, so there's the other piece. We're just gonna go right down the line, just like this right here. Cutting these pieces out. I must have forgot how sharp these scissors right here were. Alright, if you look, this piece right here has a 1/4 inch pad on it. You can order a 1/4 inch pad, or you can put a 1/4 inch headliner on it. It ain't actually got to be a 1/4 inch, it can be something a little bit thinner. This right here is just a piece of cloth. It's mainly just a hide. It's kind of like a hide, you know, to hide a strip or some clips or something like that. It ain't. That's all the purpose it serves. It ain't fancy or nothing like that. I'm probably just gonna cover over it with some of this vinyl to match. It's a work truck. Shit. And believe me, it's probably going. We want it to look nice and be fixed, but it ain't got to be. It ain't got to be cloth. It can be vinyl. When I draw these lines like this, I always take my fingers like this and I hold them like this right here. just like that. Sometimes I'll go back like this and I'll straighten it up, straighten that pattern up if I know it's a little bit too wide. And I do know that one was a little bit too wide. Try to keep all that together. Oops, not enough. Maybe this is enough. All right, this piece right here, all right, I got that piece right there cut out. So I got several of these pieces cut out. I got a couple of pieces right here that's still together. Like that. Doggone, what a mess. Anyway, you see it right there. You can mark it like that. Just take you a little bit more time, but you can mark it. That's like that right there. Look at that. How much Coca-Cola or coffee or, hey, I'm telling you, boogers. Be surprised how many people pick their nose and rub it on the seat. That's the reason I wash my hands a lot. A guy came out here one time and he was standing there talking to me and he was rubbing his fingers on this seat, on the front of it. And I said, man, you gonna sit there and pick every damn one of them boogers off of that seat. And he almost threw it up. Now, I ain't saying they ain't on this seat. I'm just saying they could be. Alright. I'm gonna use my other scissors. They're a little duller, so I don't want to cut through no sand with them sharp ones. So I'm just cutting it apart like this right here. Just like that. And it'll take me just a minute to cut them patterns. Alright. So this is the pattern right here, just like, remember I said it wasn't the same as the, it wasn't the same as the drivers. I didn't think it was. But we'll see after I cut it out. Alright. Because this side right here actually was on the inside of the seat. Always allow that 1/2 inch right there. See there? See? Always allow that 1/2 inch. Or it ain't got to, it can be a 3/8. It ain't got to be quite a 1/2. Alright, so there's that piece. Here's this piece. That is a little bit of cloth right here. Hold on. I'm getting you out of the camera. Right here, this is a little bit of cloth that's on here, and that's vinyl. But I'm gonna make it all one piece, because that piece right, it don't have to have that cut in it. It goes on the inside anyway. It's always easy to take a little bit off. It's always hard to put a little bit on. So keep that in mind whenever you're cutting some of this material out. That's $30 a yard. Alright, that's toilet paper. How'd that get there? I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I'm moving around a lot. My camera ain't high enough. Alright, we know that went there. All that does is hold the seat belt, that little loop right there. And right there. you wonder, I'm left-handed. But really, I can write with both hands. So, but left-handed. Okay. One more piece right here. Would you think that so much, many pieces was in a seat? Most people don't realize that. There's a whole lot of pieces in a seat. You know, if you can't get to it, you can draw the line and then slide it over to it like this right here. You don't have to. You don't have to sit there and try to. I mean, you can draw the line and then slide it over to it. Once you get a little good at drawing the lines, but see, just like that. You can come just like this right here. And draw the line, and then you can look at it and see that it's just right. So you can move it around a little bit. You don't have to try to hold it exactly in place. But if you're learning, you might want to take your time, you know, because you can't just do it just like real easy, you know. You got to take your time. So we got this piece, we got this piece. I didn't cut this piece right here out. I don't know if I'm gonna cut that piece out because it went up under the piece, and I might just sew that back in. But then again, I might just cut it out because it's dirty. I mean, that's not hurt, but it is a little dirty. And for me to clean it or whatever, it might take too long. So I will cut it out. The big deal with interior is one thing is opposites, like your left and your right, like that, you know, backwards, forwards. They can be confusing. It's like playing a game of chess sometimes. You got to know your move on down the line before you get there. You got to know where you're going to be at, what's going on before you start. So before you start cutting, you might want to go ahead and plan it or look at it and figure out have some sort of plan on what you're going to do and how you're going to do it before you get to that point. Like I have. You just draw it out like this. All right. Here's that seat. It come up through this edge right here. And it's got this piece right here. Right across here and right across here. That piece went all the way across. So you just draw your seat out and know kind of like where it went before you get to that point. Alright, so I got a bunch of pieces here scattered around. And I'm finna start putting some foam on them. Because I need to get the seat done. And we'll start sewing this up. Try to keep your pieces together to where you know about where they are, what kind of foam went on them. And I can tell that most of this had 1/4 inch on it. This piece right here, it did have a 1/2 inch on it. This piece, the sit down part, remember I cut it out first. Alright, so there it is. That's the sit down part right here. You can tell. Move you back a little bit. Like I said, I ain't crazy about this type of spray, the aerosol, but I know a lot of people use that. Oh crap! Got me. See? I talked about it and it got me. Okay. I always spray both sides like a contact cement. Now it's sticky. See, if I was good at that, I could do it with a camera and edit it out, and you would never know I got glue all over me. There's where the piece went across right there. It looks like it was actually cut like this. So I take and sew that together and then cut my piece out. Let me bring y'all over here. Y'all can come with me. All right. I would normally probably just cut that in two like that because it's short. It's short. I got scissors stacked in a pile, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna get my little marker and try to cut this out. I will act civilized and use a ruler to cut it out to make sure that it's right. Alright. Hopefully that marker's good. I'm gonna sew around this right here and cut it. I always usually sew around it. I wish I'd have sharpened all my scissors, because now I got to cut it like this. You know this is just a work truck. Whenever you see no seams, just plain, maybe a little pad, that's about it. You come right here, fold it over, and you make sure that it's all lined up just right. You see that right here? Ooh, hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, you see this? I can look and tell that pattern right here ain't 100% just right. So I'm gonna fold it over, line everything up, just like that, and you see that bottom right here? Right here? That's sticking out about a ½ inch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and mark it just like this right here, like that. And I'm gonna go back. Then I'm gonna take that ½ inch off. Just like this. I'm just gonna slice that a little bit right there off. Done. So now that pattern is just right. It's lined up all the way. I'm gonna take and mark it right here, right there, to the center. Always work from the center out. If you're sewing around the edge of a seat and you get halfway and it's a ¼ inch off, by the time you get to the other side, it's a ½ inch off. So you got to. That's the difference between furniture and automotive seat covers. Furniture is a lot less forgiving. You can get by with a whole lot more, where you cannot doing seat covers on cars. It'll oblong, it'll egg shape, it'll twist, it'll do all kind of crazy stuff, and you'll be scratching your head saying, "What has happened?" But in different words. Alright, I got this long piece that goes across the front right here. Right here. Here it is, right here. Alright, this piece I'm gonna make it. Shit, let me bring you down here. Hold on, we'll start over. Alright. This is the piece that went across the front. So you got to put the sides on to make it wide enough to put this piece right here on. Okay. Remember I told you I'm making it a little bit big? The reason I'm doing that is I know that piece is strong. So I made it a little big in case I can trim it down, because you remember I told you it's harder to add to once you cut it off. And there's some of them pieces. Them pieces like that I have a 1/4-inch headliner on it. Another thing about that spray glue I don't like, that crap will stick to your scissors. That's the reason I use that Wellwood glue. It's a lot better. But that glue, spray glue, I don't like that. I'm using it, but I don't like it. I'm using it because the others done went up to about $200, and I run out. I ain't went and got none. The lady had done come back. She had done come back whenever I hadn't placed my order, so I messed up. Alright, we got these pieces here. That piece there. Roll a headliner. I'm looking for some headliner that I don't use a lot of that color. That's what I'm doing. That blue right there, that's an older color. Not as many people come out here with that blue, that royal blue, unless they're in something like one of those Chevys or something. Okay, here we go. Always lay your pieces out. Know where you go, where you're at, where you're not going to use too much foam up. You don't want to waste it. You turn your angles to where you can get the most out of your angles. That's what I always do. Alright. Okay, I think I got all the pieces laid out here. So I'm gonna flip them over and spray them. Just like that. There we go. They're all flipped. And a lot of people use this right here and put headliners in it. And for some reason, on a 100-degree day, it's 120 in your car, and people walk outside and their headliner's hanging down. And they say, "What crap happened to my headliner?" Well, heat. This glue right here don't hold heat as good as I mean, all I'm using it for is to stick this right here in place, but put a little pad behind it. But as a rule, it's just not as good. I don't think, unless they've improved it in the last 30 years. Hey y'all, I know I'm missing some of your comments, but I'll try to go back and see them, but from your live comments. Here we go. This is how you put the 1/4-inch pad on it. I had to put my glasses on. I can't see how to cut this out. There I go. That is so sticky. It's like spraying honey on it to stick it together. These scissors right here, I bought a long time ago, and they are some good scissors, and they're called a Roberts. You got any Roberts scissors? Roberts. They're good though. Every pair you get ain't good. I bought some wisps one time, and as they was knockoffs, they wasn't real. And when I bought them, I told the guy, I said, "Hey man, if you got some more, I'll come back and get them," because I thought they were real. When I got home, I found out they was not the deal. They was not the real deal. Somebody had, I don't know where they got them from or how they come across them, but the guy was gone, my money was gone, and I had a sorry pair of scissors. Alright, I got to hit the water bottle one more time. I've been sick. I had to take some steroids and steroid packs. They kind of dry my mouth out. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. We know this piece right here went on the foam at the top. This piece right here, it went on the foam at the top. So I'm gonna come over here. We're gonna sew this right here to start sewing some of this up. That way, once I get it sewed up, the more pieces I sew on, the less pieces I got to worry about having to figure what goes where. Just remember that once you put some of it together. Alright, this piece here, we know that's the front. Goes like this. This piece right here goes right here, just like this right here. Another thing, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna let this down just a little bit. Okay. Okay, come on down. Right there. Alright, I'm gonna show you this right here. Start off with this sewing machine. Right here. Okay. And you see a lot of people holding this thread right here. When they start off, when you start off, you have this right here up. It's in the up position. That way, your needle's going down. See? Watch this. I don't even have to hold it. But if you start off, if you just raise that needle up and this is down right here, like that. Just say you start off right there. You're gonna need to hold that needle. If it's on the up, it'll pull that thread, so you better hold that needle. Okay. See, I made that pattern just a tad big right here. You see it's just a tad long. I'm gonna take and cut it just a little bit, just like that right there. Okay. Come right here. I'm gonna sew this right here, right back in. On this side. I ain't telling you don't hold thread. I'm just saying you wouldn't have to if you didn't have to, if you didn't want to. It will pull it out though. All right. That piece right there. There's your center mark right there. Come right here. I'm gonna sew around this edge. Alright, just like this right here. Alright, so that's the front. Just like that. That's how it comes together. This is called like a listing. I got some around here with a bead in it. This right here don't have a bead in it, but I got some, and I might just have to use this right here. It's made to hold the seat down. So we'll come right across here with a piece. Right across here. I know we had to have a couple of pieces. So if you got to have two, you know you got to twist it. You got to put both of them down like this. I was looking to see in that center of that seat, all 8 out, and I was looking to see if this piece right here had to have one on it, and that don't. So I'm gonna come right across the front right here. So that listen on. Sometimes it's best to wind your bobbin as you sew it. That way you ain't got to stop and rewind it. I made that little bobbin winder right there. I'll show you what I was doing. You see this little bobbin winder right here? I made that. I bought these big bobbins right here. Really cheap. So I just made that thing right here where I can transfer them onto my bobbin. It's good thread, but it's just, you know. It's good thread, but you got to save all you can. That way I ain't transferring it off of the pound cone, or I can just. I'm gonna look and see how long this piece right here's got to be, how deep it's got to be, because you don't want it. You don't want it too long. You don't want it too short, but you don't want it too long. And here it is right here. That's the piece that was across the front. Right there. So, let's see. It looks like it's about right. That's about right. Alright, so I'm going to sew these pieces along the side, these anchors. And they really do look like they would be a little long. So I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off of them. I just sewed it right on the edge, just like that. Come over here to this side. I'm going to sew it the same way. Ooh, that's a little loose. Alright, we got that much of it done. So we'll come over here to the table, pick up a few more pieces, sew a few more pieces back together. Sometimes it's good to get all your pieces and bring them where you can kind of see where you're at, like this right here. Line these pieces up, find out what you're sewing together, where it's got to go. We done all the pieces that we done sewed together. Ain't got to really worry about them. But like this piece right here, we know it went across the front. So I'm gonna have to put this piece right. I'm thinking it went right That's the booger piece, remember? It's got the strap on there. It don't have boogers on it, but I mean, looks pretty dirty. We know this piece, where it went, this is it right here. It was just a cover up, just kind of a hide piece, and I know that went on the bottom over here to hide. And let me get that circle piece right there. Alright, here we are with all these pieces. Big old jigsaw puzzle. That's what it is. Ain't nothing but a big one. So if you like jigsaw puzzles, you might like doing this. This piece right here. Let me see if I can even find it. It's up here somewhere. There it is. This piece, it went right here. See? Like that. That's where it went. You can see because I put a line and put a little dot behind it. That dot kind of kept up with it. Even though I didn't put nothing on this one. I can tell the shape of it. So, I'm going to take and put this piece right here and this piece right here together. Just like that. See? Alright, so that's, you know, it's all pretty wore out. So you got to do some figuring out on how it's supposed to go. This piece right here, you see that? It's actually bolt binded. They call it like a binding, but all they did was just split it, fold it around, sew it. There's mine. I ain't cut it yet, but I mean I'm going to where I can sew it. So you don't want to cut it too much. If you look, I didn't cut it too much. So I'm gonna take it just like that's right here. I would change the thread to gray, but really, he said he didn't care. Especially on the bottom like this right here, he wouldn't care. Yep, just like that. Let me go get my not so sharp knife. And really, I hit it a couple of times with the sharpener, but believe me, it's not so sharp. Alright, so there's this, there's that. I'm thinking this piece right here went right here. That's almost dirty enough not to want to touch it. It's pretty dirty. But here's that piece. We can sew that on. This right here goes right along the back. I cut that right there apart. It went just like that. So here's this piece. I'm gonna take this piece and put this piece right here together. Just like that. Come right here, cut this off. This is a tab. I got it marked right here. That's where it goes. Alright, so we got that much in place. For some reason, I'm thinking that this right here did go like maybe right there. But it had a piece on top of it. And that piece that was on top of it, I think ain't gonna be right. There. Right there. See the marks I put on there? See? They line up. So this little straggly piece that I didn't even put no foam on right here. Alright, I'm gonna go put some foam on it real quick. It's gonna take me about 2-3 seconds to cut it out. But it's got to have, if it's got pad on it, they don't put it on there for nothing. So I'm gonna put it on there real quick, and I'll be right back where you can watch it come together. Okay, I'm back. Hope that didn't take too long. But anyway, this is the way it goes, just like this right here. It had that. This right here is called trunk liner. That's is so thin, it's like really lightweight. So this vinyl that I'm putting on here, I'm thinking is much better. Alright, so this was laid over like this right here. You can look at this piece right here. Okay. Well, it wasn't laid over at the bottom, but I mean, like that. This right here, I'm gonna gonna sew it back in there. I marked it right here. Right there. I marked it to where that goes. And I forgot to stick it on there. So I'm just going to cut a couple of stitches out of it and just re-stitch it. Like this. Alright, so now we got the pieces back on there, just like that. And it goes just right here, just like that. That's where it goes. So I'm going to take it, line that down here. So that's our boxing. Goes all the way around the seat. That's the back part right there. This piece right here, I need to put it on there because it goes actually, I think, on the far side over here on this side. Alright, so we got that much right there saved. This piece right in here, let's see where that piece right there went. We know that we know this piece right here went on the bottom side of. Well, we done put that one on. We done put that one on. We done put. Well, I still got to take this off right here and sew it on this piece right here. But here's the piece right there, just like that. You know that goes in. Remember how I showed you how that went in from the start? So I'm going to sew around this piece right here. Let's get this plastic out of here. I told y'all, this video right here, it ain't as easy as it looks to do a seat. You know, it takes longer than what the people online they're like zooming through this right here, and it ain't like that. It takes some patience and they zoom through and edit and everything and show you. I mean, this is more of a real time of what it's going to take, because you see I ain't stopped. So there's my piece right there. Come right here. I didn't measure this piece that close, but I am, after I sew some of it together, I'm gonna measure it a little bit closer. Like right here. I knew I made that a little long, see, but I am just gonna cut a little bit of it off where I can go right around this corner. Just like that. Alright, so I just made it a little bit long for that reason, and there it is right there. You see it. I'm gonna come up here at the top and I'm gonna mark it just like this right here. See? Just like that. Alright, so there's the same piece. One's in vinyl. Just like that. I'm going to take this piece and sew, thinking this piece right here went on it. There's the piece. Here's I marked that right there. I didn't do a real good job on that, on marking that, but I mean, that's where it goes. Because there's the piece right there. I'm thinking that's where it goes. Let me see. Yeah, it started right there. Oh, let me see. Sometimes you gotta go back and reset. See, we ain't got but two pieces left. Well, I'll take that back. We got a couple more pieces right here left. But I'm gonna sew this plastic on here real quick. I do have a foot that I can take off, but I'm gonna see if it'll sew it on with this one right here without taking it off. That goes right there. So I'm gonna take this piece right here. I'm gonna sew it on right here. That's your anchors. It's got to be on there. Have a little foot like that one I could put on here, but sometimes if your sewing machine will get on it, you don't have to change it every time. Come on, man. Alright, so we got that piece of plastic sewed on. Just like that. I wonder if I dropped one of my pieces over there. But I think I got most of them right here. That piece, this piece right here is let me put some of this together. Right there. And that's where it went, just like that right there. Just like that. Ain't that crazy? Alright, so I got this right here marked right here. I'm gonna take and transfer these marks right. All right. Let's try to make this piece right here whole one more time. So we're going to come right here, we're going to sew this piece right here. It goes right here. You got to pay close attention or you'll lose your spot. That piece right there will go right in there, but I got to figure out exactly where it's got to go in there. I know it goes up in here, like up in here, but I can put that piece right here on later. But we're gonna get right. And that didn't start. Just like on this piece right here. It looks like it did, but it was folded back to right here. It was folded back. So this right here, we're gonna come right in here where this mark lines up right here. It's a little dot. You can see it. Just like that. Yep, just like that right there. So I'll come right back here. Alright, that's the boxing. Wasn't that so simple? And this one piece right here goes right in. What's that? It goes right in here. Like that. Like that. Alright. We got that much right there sewed together of the crossword, like a crossword puzzle. Always remember to take all your plastic off. So that's that piece that goes right across the back of the seat right here. Right there. I'm going to take it off. And remember which way it faces. You see, when that's laying down and it's open right here, and you can see that opening, you need to put it back that way. Because you can flip it over backwards, and then you'll be taking it back off after you get the cover about halfway on. You see. I put it on wrong like that, so you'll have to take it back off. A hard piece of plastic will break your thread. Remember that. It can break a needle. If you don't lock that thread in on the end, it can pull that plastic right there, can pull that end to loose, and then you'll wind up taking it back loose. So you want to make sure you lock them threads in back and forth with your reverse. Okay. I'm gonna take this seat right here. Let y'all see. See if y'all can see. Take this right here. I'm gonna fold it halfway. Right there, just like that right there. And I'm gonna get my halfway mark. See? That's got to be dead on, pretty much dead on the money. If you got it marked like this right here, you can come over here like I've already done and transfer the marks on it. See, I already put some marks on it. But, and there's some marks on this right here. But you need to know that that piece right there goes in the center, right there. You can take and fold it all the way back or line your marks up. So we're gonna come right around here. There's my center mark. Come right around here. Always make sure that that bead right here in the center, make sure that this V, where your center line is right here, make sure that it's always lined up in the center. Like I said, if you come around here and it's a 1/4 inch off, by the time you get around the other side, it's going to be a 1/2 inch off. I'm gonna sew this right here together, right here, where it's where the boxing lines up. Alright, I'm going to have to put a top stitch on that. So, here's some gray right here. It matches it. So I'm going to take this right here, cut this right here off. Come right here. Doggone. Pull my thread through. right here. Put me a top stitch on it so you can see, maybe. Just come around, hold it down. You got to make sure that that bottom is laid the right way. Lay it down, because if it's not laid down, it's not going to hold just right. You got to pay real close attention and gauge this needle right here. The way this is going, you got to gauge it with your foot or whatever to make sure that you're getting this line right here right. It needs to be really, really straight. If you can see it's crooked, then it's going to look like a sloppy job, because it is a top stitch, and it's going to be seen as that's going to be kind of like your signature on your work is that top stitch. Some of this stuff that's not seen up under there, you can run with that, but whenever it comes to like signing the receipt, you know, this is it. Oh crap. Okay. You see this right here? You see my stitch come out, my bottom bobbin run out. Show you how to fix that. I got about 10 pair of scissors over there. I think I picked up the dullest pair. Brought over here. Alright, pull your thread up, just like that. Put your needle back in. Lift your needle bar up. Come right here. Pull your thread back. Alright, hit that same hole. Okay, cut all your long threads off. This right here, this piece right here, where it run out, you see it's got a long thread right there. I usually take and tie that thread right there, like this. Just like that. It's best doing it like this and working upside down. All right, so there's that. Tight, you can't even tell where it was. Got all the bags sewed on the bottom side. Just right here. Got the little loop sewed in here. All right, let's go to the seat. This right here, done. And we'll go. I'll pick you up and take you over here to this side. Oh, come on, y'all. Alright, so here's the raggedy piece of pad. See if I can fix that real quick. Figure out the easiest way, what's the best way to fix that. I think this is the sharper one right here. I use a lot of these. They make a bunch of different type of knives. I like this one. I can handle it real easy. It's just a turkey carving knife. I kind of got good at it over the years. But I mean, you can use all different types. They make several different types. I got a bunch of different types that are kind of bulky. I don't use them that much. So I'll use something like this. This foam right here, really, it don't feel as dead as it looks. But this part right here, it is pretty much wore out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just come right here and cut that right there off. Got to get a little bit more water. Like I said, I took some taking that Z-Pack and it kind of dries me out. I had the flu earlier this week. All right, this is what I do. I just take it and cut it right along here, right along there, and I cut that edge right there off. I'm gonna leave the wire in here It's got that lockdown wire. I'm gonna leave it in there. This lockdown wire right here, I'm gonna leave it in there. See, about like pulling a tooth. Now it's gone. So I'm gonna take this right here, and I'm gonna cut this section right here out. It's dead. And I'm just gonna scoop it out, just like that. Come right over here. Let me get y'all close, where you can kind of see, in case you want to try this. All right. Maybe that's better. I come right in here and I'm gonna smooth this right here out like this. This knife ain't a razor knife, so it's not gonna cut as smooth as some of these knives, but it cuts pretty good. Just like that right there. You know what? I think I'm gonna take and cut that right there out. It's just too bad. Ain't that much better? Just cut that out. Then I can fix this little piece here and replace this piece here and this piece here. All right, let me get a piece of bone. I know I'm gonna use some of that pad. I'm gonna look over here and see if I got another piece of pad. Alright. What I'm gonna do is cut this pad right here up. Right here. I'm just gonna cut it up. You might wanna, you could get you a different knife. I mean, and cut it up with a different knife than this right here. Probably make it a whole lot smoother See, I'm gonna take and measure this right here and see how thick that right there is, because that's the thickest part of it. So I'm just gonna draw me some straight lines on it. I know that's about probably that thick. Probably about 2 inches. Alright, I got my lines drawn right here. Right there. And what I'm going to do is just kind of cut them out. If you're not real good at holding that knife blade right there straight, you will really, really, really mess up a piece of pad. So before I mess up a piece of pad, I'm gonna cut it straight. I'm good at it, but I mean, I want to make it just. I want to make it just right. It's easier to cut a small piece than just a big piece. Just making sure the blade's sharp. This knife right here, it's recommended that you be very, very, very careful with it, because it will cut your finger off. So it's just that easy to cut it. If you got a bandsaw, you can cut it with a bandsaw. It will cut it. So we'll match that piece up and just make sure that it fits in there just like that, because I got to glue it together. Got looks about right, but it's gonna take a thin piece to go along that edge too. Alright, so I'll mark this piece right here. Like I said, it's gonna take a thin piece. It's got a little gap in between it, so I'm gonna just cut a thin piece right here. And I'll take and glue that piece right there on here, just like this, and cut it out. Got one more piece. This piece right here. It's ate up pretty bad. I'm gonna cut that one piece right there out. This is why it's important to save all your small pieces, your straps or whatever. That way you ain't got to cut it out of a block if you got the piece laying around. I probably do have some somewhere, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out of here because I ain't gonna spend all day looking for it. Here we go. That's plenty thick. I can shape that with the other knife, and that's what I'll do. Always keep your hands away from that knife blade. If you use a knife like this, that turkey carver will catch it, but it won't catch it like this. Alright, let's see how quick we can put this piece of pad right here in this seat and get it shaped up. Alright, we're going to use some good glue, what I call good glue. Lay a piece of material down so I don't get it all over my new material. I do have a big exhaust fan here. If you got one, you probably need to spray that glue outside, or either you need to spray it where you got a good exhaust at. We do have a real good one. It will pull all the air conditioning out of here before you know it. All right, remember that piece right here? I'm gonna take this piece and I'm just gonna cut it in like a round shape. Just like that. I'm gonna put it in there. And then I trim it down. So it takes a minute for it to dry, and while it's drying, probably try to speed it up a little bit while it's drying. If you're taking just blow, you can take and blow heat on it if you want to, but if you take and blow air on it, it seems like it dries it quicker. Alright, and that piece right here will go right in here, just like that. But before it can do that, it's got to be sprayed. Alright, so that right there is ready. This other piece right here, just about ready to stick in there. I need to get my apron on because I'm going to be cutting and grinding and that crap sticks to you. Alright. Looks like I'll be letting it stick to me. But anyway, this piece right here is pretty much ready to go in. Take your knife, level it up on this. Need to make sure that this is level when you cut this right here out, like this. If it's not, then you're gonna have a unlevel seat. It's gonna have a hole in it. Take this piece right here. Always make sure that you line that up just right, because if you don't, you're gonna have it could really create a big mess, because you can't hardly get this glue off. It sometimes about tear the foam up to get it apart. Alright, so we're that far along right here. The piece is a little bit big, so I'm gonna take and cut it down. A little bit big right here, a little bit tall. Looking for the frame. Here it is. Take and put your seat back on the frame. That way it holds it into place right where you need to have it, like this, so you can get it level. So you can see that that's a little bit high. I can knock that down real quick with the 36 grit. And piece right there's all broke off. So that was a guard. That was a shield to keep the seat frame from cutting the into the pallet. So I'm just going to put a little glue on it like this, and then stick it back. Take this piece right here. Put it right into place just like that. And you can tell it's too wide. I cut it like that on purpose. The reason I cut it is because I didn't know exactly the foam was gone. And you got to know about where you're going to be at. So if you cut it too short, you're going to be off. You're going to be off. So you need to make it a little bit, unless you got a really pretty good pattern. See, I can take it just like this right here. And I'm going to cut it right through here. Right at the edge of that seat line. And I'm going to go all the way down through here just like this right here. But you need to know how far to go. And that's the reason I got this frame on here. Like that. So I can tell about how far to go. Just like this. And you see that right there. Went over that far. So I do have a little bit of pattern right here. I'm thinking that's how it looks. Like that. So here we go. We can look at this piece right here and tell it was fairly high, but you can look at the other seat right here, and that's where you're going. That's what's going to kind of guide you to where you need to be. So I'm going to guide it just like this right here. Just like that. Can you tell? It's just like that. That's a little rounded right here. This is pretty sharp right here, so I'm going to come right here on the edge, and I'm going to take about a half inch off. Just like that. Just that easy. Look at the bottom part of the seat. See where that's at. Come right in here. Go in just a little bit. And cut that right out. Just like that. So now it should fit the seat frame pretty decent. Alright. So that's where we're at. That's a little bit long. I'm gonna cut it on down. That's looking pretty close to where we want to be at. Sometimes it's best to take that grinder and shape this right here before you start cutting too much. Because once you cut too much, it makes it a lot harder to you have to go back and put some foam back anyway. watched any of my other videos, you see that I use a Bondo buster, and that's what this is right here. That's what I shape it with. We don't want to get beat with the hose. The bad part is if you take and touch some metal with this right here, it won't cut no more. You can take this and fold it though and use it to sand a piece of foam like this right here. So you can do that right there. You can sand it if you don't have a Bondo buster. It just takes forever. Or maybe not. I mean, you can sand it. It won't take forever. I mean, it just takes a while longer. It's like walking compared to riding in a car. All right. Alright. That does look like it needs to come up just a little bit. Right in there, just a little. Notice that's just to speed that up. If you had something else to do, you know, you could just let it try on its own. Alright, so there you go. Still feels like handled on the football field. So it's I can tell that right there is just a little bit high. So I'm gonna come right here. Like that. As you go over this seat right here, you'll be able to tell more about what you need to shape, reshape. You know, I really hold that grinder up. If I didn't, it would eat into that seat pretty bad. All right, so that's the seat right there. We've got that much of it shaped up. Now, the cover is right here. I can get a piece of wire, stick in there. So stick your wire in here and on all your hold down spots. I don't know what my battery is on. I might better plug that up. So I got all my wire in here. So I'm just gonna take and put a few hog rings in it. crap. It ain't too cold in here, but I want to warm it up just a little bit where I can pull it on real easy. Anytime you got any excess wrinkles or anything like that you think some wrinkles in it, you can kind of heat it up and work it out. And if all else fails, get you a steamer and steam it. The steam actually works a little bit better. And we'll take and put this right here back on the seat. And he really wasn't, he really didn't care nothing about that hole on the back, but you know, I kind of want to fix it for him. But he really wasn't as concerned about that hole on the back for some reason. Probably because the bottom looks so bad. But that's what it looks like when it's fixed. And the frame's in pretty shape. Takes a minute or two for that steamer to warm up. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's old, but it works good. So I don't want to say nothing bad about it because it might quit. So I can put this piece of pad up here. I don't want to. This stuff on my table is like shower curtain. At one time I bought about 10 rolls of that stuff, and I've used it over the years, and it's thick like a shower. It's what it is, a shower curtain. And I cover my table so I don't get glue on it. I don't know if I want to even blow that off in my shop. That's pretty dirty. But I do want to steam this seat and make sure that all imperfections and stuff is out of it. Make sure that it has no wrinkles, and this steamer right here take it right out. Yeah, a steamer does a fine job. When I first started, I never used it. I just made do when I first started, and that's been a long time ago. Alright. So it's got the notches in the back. We'll start two of the bolts. I don't know what that was for. It wasn't plugged into nothing. And there you go. That is how long it takes. You'd think that it was real quick, but some of these ain't. They're not real quick. Some of the Chevrolets are a lot quicker than this right here. As a matter of fact, somebody come out here today and it was in pretty bad shape, just like this one right here. So I might can do another one, but I got some more seats back here to do. They're not in that bad of shape. It goes a lot quicker when they're not as in that bad of shape as what this one right here was. So if you have a guy that does your upholstery work, or if you're doing your upholstery work, take in consideration, if you watch this video right here, how long it's going to take to do it. I mean, I started on it at, what, maybe 3, and it's, what is it, 3, 6 now, maybe. Let's see, it's the times up there. 3 hours, 10 minutes. So it took me a while to do it. It don't just fall together. It's a bunch of pieces, it's a bunch of fixing on it. When you got crap like this right here that you got to cut out of it, and fix the bottom, and all these pieces that you got to cut out of it to try to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. So, and that's what we was doing. So that's a piece of it right here. You see how bad it is. So if your upholstery guy says, hey man, it's taking me a little bit longer, you might want to cut him a little bit of slack. But you see how long it takes, and I could have slowed down, and done it precise, made it a precision job. But believe me, they're gonna be walking in the seats, throwing stuff in the seats and everything else. So he didn't say it had to be like that. He just wanted it back ASAP. So if you like the video, I've got stuff all over my face. Like and subscribe, and we'll be doing some more on here. So I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in. I ain't never good at turning the camera off. So I'm thinking it's right here. See you next time.